Oh!
Fancy seeing you here.
I do live here.
So you don't know what this one is.
I don't.
But it's the
Another
first
franchise.
one in another franchise.
Okay.
This one is from 1962. The first in the series, Dr. No.
007. I see.
I
see.
Sean Connery's first outing as 007. There was a kind of comedy version of Casino Royale before this, but this is the first Albert Broccoli, Ian Fleming, and Sean Connery James Bond film.
So I know James Bond in terms of like the current James Bond. I've watched all the films and stuff.
Sean Connery does Dr. No from Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, and Diamonds Are Forever. So he does 6. But
this is just names you're throwing out at me. And I'm just like, okay, compute, and remember. I will not remember any of what you just
said. But it takes a while, as I recall, for it, well, not a while, but a few films for it to fall into that formula that's famous for James Bond. And I think, because that's obviously 1962, it will be a lot more dated considering it's the first one.
So what you're saying is going to be very misogynistic?
No, not in terms of that. I'm on about effects and action and fight choreography and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it will be misogynistic. If you haven't read the Ian Fleming books,
yeah, they're
really misogynistic and outdated.
I'm interested because obviously I know a little bit about James Bond. I haven't seen the first.
Mate, I'm so excited to get to like some of the later ones as well because you'll love them. But yeah, I haven't. This is the one I think I've only seen it once and I really can't remember anything about it. So
I'm just excited to be able to watch the first ever 007.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm not that bothered. I'm not like a mega fan of 007 like you are.
Cinema absolutely rules. And we're watching the first James Bond film, Dr. No!
This looks like a parody.
This might be like one of the best soundtracks.
These credits, you wouldn't think this is a James Bond movie.
Nah.
What's going on right now?
Tree blind, my sinner, tree blind, my steer to go.
Tree blind, my
everywhere, searching all around.
What the hell is that? Is that a hat or
No, it was just carrying something.
And don't try doctoring any hands for me while I'm away.
Yeah, rich. Not like us when we go to the casino and just play roulette and that's it.
Yeah. £5 on black, please.
Oh. Silence.
Oh, they're not blind.
Oh, well, I only just realised it. Oh my god.
W6N, calling G7W.
G7W, London, receiving you. Over.
That's like trying to call Tom, but he just never answers.
That is the phone I have at home. Oh!
Why are they killing everyone? Dr. No!
The kind of early 60s setting makes it much better for kind of espionage and that than the later films. It's more like Cold War and things like that.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
So much younger there. Isn't he?
Jesus, he looks... I would date him. He was walking over to it anyway.
Jamaica went off the air tonight. We've checked up and Strangways has disappeared. Well, he was checking an inquiry from the Americans. They've been complaining about massive interference with their Cape Canaveral rockets. You're booked on the 7 o'clock plane to Kingston, and that gives you exactly 3 hours, 22 minutes.
But I just got back.
There's someone in his apartment. He's taking off his shoes so they won't hear him coming.
What the hell? There's someone in his apartment already?
Nah, it's going to be someone that he knows. It's going to be false.
There.
I have to leave immediately.
Just as things were getting interesting again.
Your plane's in 3 hours!
I only need 3 minutes. A Bond film is only as good as its villain. So I'll be interested to see what this Dr. No does.
I don't know.
It's the whole point of the film, Tom. The villain. It's the driving force of the film. It's the cause of the plot.
They're watching him already.
Mr. Joseph, chauffeur from Government House, I've been sent again.
Have you sent a car to meet me?
Car? I didn't think you wanted an official reception.
Quite right. 1 o'clock then. Forgive me if I'm
Who are they?
a few minutes late.
Just gonna go, pat, pat. Like everyone in this airport is just looking at him.
I think there's some fella trying to follow us.
Whoa! Just turns out that they're just normal people in a normal car.
Now, Mr. Jones, who are you working for?
Do as he says. Yeah. Pat, murder him.
Let me have a cigarette.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh, it's a yeah. I thought it would be
Cyanide.
Yeah, you have to be really committed to do
Really
something.
committed.
Like I'd rat you out in a second, Tom.
1 medium dry vodka martini. Mixed like you said, sir, and not stirred.
I worked at the cinema when Spectre came out in the bar area, and everybody asked for a vodka martini, shaken not
I
stirred.
bet they thought they were so original and so sophisticated. Is he putting that there to see if
anybody opens it? Yeah.
And it would be disturbed. Come on, that would fall off eventually. No.
Right.
I'm a friend of Commander Strangways. I thought you might be able to tell me what happened to him.
As far as I know, nothing happened. Unless you know different, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got business to attend to.
He knows something. He's hiding something.
He definitely
One way to
knows
make yourself
something.
look suspicious.
Just keep looking back, and then he starts running.
Supposing you start the conversation.
Is he good or bad?
Now, how's about?
Bad.
Whoa!
Damn. They're just like,
Oh,
we
okay.
put all our cards on the table at once, and we regret it.
Another one?
Hold it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Knew it. It's that guy.
Yeah, the guys that will follow him.
Felix Leiter, Central Intelligence Agency. He must be James Bond.
CIA.
Oh, so he is good.
Glad to know you, Mr. Bond.
That's Puss.
But he was going to kill him without even knowing. Oh, by the way, are you a secret agent? Are you on my side?
Checked them all thoroughly?
All except Crab Key. We didn't have no right to go there.
Why not?
It belongs to a Chinese.
She was at the airport.
Who pays you?
What's that? Oh!
We don't get nothing out of this gal. You want for me to break her arm?
What? That guy is tough as
Hell
nails.
yeah.
You'll be sorry. You'll all be sorry, you rats.
You're literally the rat.
Crab Key begins to interest me. What else do we know about
God's
this Chinese
sake.
gentleman?
Nothing much, except his name. Dr. No.
Name
Ooh,
drop.
they said it!
In order for there to be a Dr. No, surely there must be a Dr. Yes.
No.
And yes.
I came across this in Strangway's office. Your receipt.
He brought some rock samples into me for testing. Convinced they were valuable.
Were they?
No, of course not. Just no-grade iron pyrites.
There was a bit of a
Pause
pause.
there.
Crab Key, perhaps?
Definitely not. Not geologically possible.
Thank you very much.
This guy is sus. Wow, you're going too fast! Oh! I thought it was going to crash.
That's literally your driving.
Yeah, but have I ever crashed? No.
I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah, but when
You
you're
backed into a
parking, when
wall.
you're parking, it doesn't count.
I've got to get a Crab Key.
I can't take you. You know the procedure, sir.
Look, there's no time for procedure
Oh.
now. I'll take...
We did say he looked sus, and 2 seconds later, we were right. What is going on? This is Dr. No's lair.
Well, it did have an electric sliding door. That's pretty villainy.
Sit down.
Bonds has discovered those rock samples of Strangways came from Crab Key. He's not a fool. He's sure to come out here.
I hope not. If he does, I shall hold you responsible.
Bit ominous, that voice.
Yeah, like...
Pick it up.
No, thank you. You can go f*** yourself,
Spider.
Dr. Nope.
Dr. Nope! The hair!
Fingerprints.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't drink it.
Oh.
I wouldn't have thought of that until he did.
He has a second one.
How the hell?
What's he doing? The music.
Oh my god.
Well, that plan was the worst plan from a villain.
Plan.
Miss Tara, bring me the files on Dr. No, will you? Sit down.
No.
What can you tell me about this?
No, yes, no, please.
How many times can we make a pun with yes or no?
Yeah, that's a
What was she doing? Listening in.
3 o'clock at my hotel. Maybe?
Yes.
Yes, maybe.
3 o'clock my hotel, and she's like, Doctor, yes. And he's like, what? I mean, yes.
Those samples Strangways brought back from Crab Key were radioactive. Yet Professor Dental...
You see, there's a dragon.
What?
You're a 40-year-old grown man. Dragons don't exist.
Anyway, I'll be here about 7.
Don't they?
Dr. No.
Why don't you collect me at my apartment?
I had my vaccination today. My arm's aching.
Oh, first one?
Yeah.
Nice one, man. Congrats, Sean. Congrats.
Yeah. You guys get your jabs so you can go on holiday.
Someone following him.
Oh, wow. That was cool.
Was that the 3 blind guys? They couldn't see where they were going, that's the problem.
You did invite me, remember?
Oh, of course.
How did they know he was going?
Yeah. And she's surprised to see him.
Forgive me.
What a creep.
It is a bit creepy.
I'll try and keep him here for a couple of hours. All right. I'll have to go now. All right. I'll call you later.
Can I have a car sent to 2171 Magenta Drive?
What's going on?
Oh, he called them. Oh! He knew the entire time, but still got with her anyway.
Yeah.
That was his way of just saying, screw you.
Yeah. Screw you. I screwed you.
He's got 2 glasses.
Oh no, he's
making
a scene. They're gonna think that he's still there in the bedroom with her. Yeah, smart. This is why I'm called 001 and he's called 007.
So I'm 000, man. Triple O.
000.
Triple O.
Drop it, Professor, and behind you.
What's that guy? Yeah, the professor.
You shoot me and you'll end up like Strangways.
Why's the audio changed?
I'm working for...
Oh! He's ruthless, isn't he?
Yeah.
Shot him in the back as well to make sure he was dead.
Now don't worry, Quarrel, everything's going to be fine.
What a cool name. Quarrel.
If you think it's so cool, name your firstborn child Quarrel.
Okay. Alright,
Okay.
Yeah, you got me. Alright, fine. Quarrel. Quarrel.
Underneath the mango tree, my honey.
She just gets a gun out and shoots him.
What's your name?
Wonder where it's shot.
Ryder.
Ryder what?
Honey Ryder.
Honey Ryder.
So funny about it.
Nothing.
What's your name?
James.
James what?
Bond, James Bond.
What?
That's a high-powered boat. Take some cover. Come on.
It's just like,
Why did they...
what have you got me into?
It's the shells.
Stand up and show yourself. I'll be fast, open fire. Fire!
Whoa.
We'll be back.
I told you there was something wrong about this place.
That was a machine gun, not a dragon.
Oh, there's a dragon here too.
You've seen it, hmm?
Yes, I have. You don't believe me, do you?
What is this dragon?
No, because dragons don't exist.
No, yes. Honey Ryder, man. What a gal. Although she's probably 90 now.
And harder than ever.
He's coming. Across there.
Oh, God.
This poor woman's just stumbled across these two.
And she's been forced to go with them. Her boat's been wrecked. Her shells have been left.
Oh. Is there? Just break his neck?
He's an outright
Did they just break his neck?
No, he stabbed him in the back, I think.
Danger. Do not pass this point.
It's probably a really risque film for 1962, isn't it? A bit like, whoa.
In terms of
because he gets with all these women and they're all like scantily clad.
Pornos.
Hey, that's 70s, 80s.
I suppose you went to school somewhere.
I didn't need to. We had an encyclopedia. I started at A when I was 8 and now I've reached T. I bet I know a lot more things than you do.
I don't think that's how education works.
And you've read one book in, like, what, 10 years?
There was this man who owned the place where we were living. Then one night he came up to my room. I scratched his face, and then... But he was stronger than I was. I put a black widow spider underneath his mosquito net. It took him a whole week to die.
Jesus, you brutal person. You psychopath. Oh, that's the dragon.
Is that in a dragon? What is it?
It's called a car with fire coming out of it. You idiot. Oh!
They got quarrel.
That was so sudden.
They got him.
Quarrel!
He just burned him to death.
Jesus Christ.
You poor dears. We simply didn't know when to expect you.
But for the moment...
Of course. You'll be wanting to see your rooms. Breakfast is already ordered, and then you want to sleep.
What? What's going on? On the quickie?
This is where you don't write James Bond films.
I don't feel so good.
Poison!
Yeah.
I feel so sleepy.
Yeah. James, you should have known.
For God's sake, he just thought they were treating him nicely.
You didn't drink the vodka earlier on. Why would you drink the tea? At the villain's lair.
Literally at the villain's lair. What would you pans up and like? Quarrel is the villain.
It's almost time for dinner. We don't want to keep the doctor waiting, do we?
You would be like, what the hell is going to happen to me? Am I going to step out and be shot?
Why did we need all of that though? Like, why couldn't it have gone straight into this bit when they arrived?
I just think
like,
a lot of old films just take their time building, showing scenery, don't they? That's part of the film, isn't it?
Yeah, they just literally show everything.
Enjoying seeing sets and scenery, I think.
$1 million, Mr. Bond.
It was a good idea to use atomic power. I'm glad to see you can handle it properly.
But not without costs, as you see.
Yes. There's no point in involving the girl at this stage. She has nothing to do with us. Let her go free.
No, I won't. I'm staying with you.
You don't know the bloke. You've known him for a day. You put your life down for him.
I'm sure the guards will amuse her.
Oh!
That's a Dom Perignon 55. It would be a pity to break it.
He's like, alright. Yeah, to be fair.
I'm a member of Spectre.
This is the thread that carries through.
The Americans are fools. I offered my services, they refused. So did the East. Now they can both pay for their mistake.
World domination.
Jello chop! Oh!
Oh. Okay, so it just does it once and then it's fine. That's rubbish security. What the f*** was that? Oh sh**!
What the hell?
The f*** was that about?
That one just like shoots him back as well. Right in Dr. No's office, and he's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Nobody will know it's him.
That guy was much shorter than him, though.
And then you see he's got like a crop top.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great suit. We need one of these nowadays just to go to the shops in.
Chang, what are you doing there? Get on the gantry.
He has no idea what he's doing or where he's going. What would you do in that situation?
Radio beam synchronized for toppling. Zeroed on the rocket now.
What are they doing?
They did say something about American missiles, didn't they? Just overloading it, isn't he? Missile tracking. I think they're trying to get an American missile or something.
And do what? Oh!
Whoa! Whoa!
Ah! Is that more like significant?
Oh my god!
Oh god, it's going down.
Radiated.
Yeah. Ah! 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 Oh, is
oh my god!
Oh,
he's dead.
Where's a guy like him?
I'm just a janitor.
He's punched him.
I was just trying to get out. I wasn't trying to tackle you.
That's a bit excessive way to kill someone.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, it's a bit sadistic, isn't it? I thought he was going to jump into the boat head first. He's just like, oh, come on, man. He's literally just there like, man, we could have joined together.
We run out of fuel.
What are we going to do now?
Come here.
It's probably the worst thing you could do when you're stranded on a boat, dehydrated.
The mango song. Oh, he's letting it go.
So they're gonna die again.
Oh, just come back around again. Sorry, we.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. It might be a bit controversial here, but I wasn't impressed.
No.
No, I wasn't impressed.
Why do you say that? Is that because obviously it's really dated and it's a little bit different to the ones that come later on?
I am intrigued to see how they progress. So I'm intrigued to see the second,
because for a lot of
fourth.
people, Goldfinger, the third one, is on their top films of all time.
Yeah, so I'd be interested to see how that differs from this first film. A lot of people have the question or will say, oh, you just don't like it because it's an old film. No, because when I watch this film, I compare it to films like Casablanca, the A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More. And they, for me, in terms of directing, in terms of plot structure, in terms of keeping me engaged, they're just far superior. What this film doesn't do for me, is it doesn't build this sense of urgency.
Yeah, I think that comes a little bit later with these films. I think this one's all about introducing the character, isn't it? I think it's character-centric. I do like the villain in this film, but he's just not in it enough.
He's in it for 3 scenes.
You needed that first introduction about like a third of the way in.
The introduction of his voice was like, oh, okay, this is gonna get interesting and get good. And when he was introduced, I was just like, meh, like you are not intimidating. You're just the standard. Oh, I want to take over the world. World domination.
What was good is not the plot or what he was trying to do was a bit too vague.
Yeah,
it was something with radiation and stealing, I think, American missiles in order to help fund their plot. What was better was this under the surface thing about there being an organisation called Spectre made up of lots of criminals that have a greater plan.
Yeah,
that is more interesting.
Definitely,
and that's what makes me want to stick and watch the next ones.
Yeah, definitely.
He's obviously a suave character. He's got some really cool lines and cool interactions, but I just don't think, like you say, the film gets into its stride in terms of like having you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
As much as the other ones I've seen do. Again, it's very early, isn't it?
Yeah.
For these films.
Yeah.
And it's still state of the art when it comes out in terms of action, set pieces, and the visual look of the film and the settings and the set design and stuff like that. That's really good. I still think it's really good.
What year did Goldfinger come out?
64.
So that's the same year as A Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah, but obviously these films are like the biggest films made at the time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not this one because it was first starting out, but Goldfinger definitely. Yeah. The biggest film of the year when it came out.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm not saying that at all. But I just think, for me personally, when going back and watching these old classics, this is the weakest. The best.
But I've never ever heard people, correct me if I'm wrong, rank Dr. No even in their top 10 James Bond films.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. The best scene for me was the Dr. No's introduction where he was just speaking. You didn't see him, but then it was just like, take this tarantula and put it in his room. It's like the most elaborate plan to kill someone that was got like 99% chance of failing. The spider could have just crawled out the room. How is that a guarantee? Like you would want a guarantee to kill someone, but you do it. You choose a way that is just not. It's just not feasible. Like so, there are a few laughable moments in it that are only laughable because it's dated.
The character's cool. He's suave. Obviously, he's a little bit outdated in terms of today's standards of behaviour.
Yeah, definitely.
Misogynistic, if you want to call it that. But, you know...
A lot of people...
These films are a product of their time, and the books are a product of their time.
Yeah.
And you've got to read them...
In context.
In context.
Yeah. If we're going through all of these James Bond movies, I know for certain that I'm going to like a lot more, a lot better than this movie.
I think you'll love like the Roger Moore ones, I think.
Yeah.
Because they are literally great. Before we rate, actually, let us know in the comments what your favourite James Bond film is. The correct answer is GoldenEye or Live and Let Die.
Or Casino Royale.
A lot of people are a fan of the James Bond that they grew up watching.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, it's Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan a little bit.
My favourite James Bond is actually Timothy Dalton. I think he's insane. He only did 2 films, but they are great. They're really good films.
Yeah.
Dr. No.
Yes, it's a no from me. No. The weakest point of this movie is the fact that it's unable to create a momentum and a sense of urgency for what James Bond is trying to do. I had high hopes for the villain, and his first entrance was good, but it just fell flat at the end, and it's a little bit dated, and compared to the other classic films that I've seen, it's by far the weakest in its era of the ones that I've seen so far. So I'm going to rate this a 6.5.
This is a stepping stone for a franchise, isn't it? And this clearly evolves into the films that everybody knows and loves. I love this franchise, and I love the character, but for me it's always, like you said, the villains that make it. And I think, although I like Dr. No, he's just not in it enough.
Yeah.
And his motivations are a little bit weak, or at least his plan's a little bit tenuous, and there isn't enough sort of thrilling suspense like there is in the other films. So I'm going to give it a 6.8.
Not sure I understand.
I'm excited to watch these.
I'm excited to see how they progress. I haven't got high hopes for the
I think
what
you've got to think though is that the tone changes with each actor.
I see. Okay.
So if you don't like the early ones, the next ones you might like.
I see.
More,
okay.
or the next ones you might like less or more or something like that. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, let us know what you think of this film. Do you agree with our
ratings?
Yeah, ratings, our critiques of this film. Do you have different opinions? Yeah, if you want to watch the full length reaction to this, you'll need your own copy of the movie, and you can watch that along with us in our Patreon link down in the description. We will be watching more of these, probably not as consistent as the other franchises because there are so many of these films, but we will keep coming back to this franchise.
Hell yeah. We got to try and do them all
before not before November.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
A week? Wait, no, there's 25 films.
We'll dabble in it soon again.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.